Hello, and welcome to Without Fathom. My name is MacGuffin, and today I'd like to talk about some more Daggerheart predictions. It's been longer than I expected since my Daggerheart prediction video, and I had at least hoped to get more points of data by now. Unfortunately, we still have the same information to build off of, so I thought I'd share some of the other possibilities I came up with while making or since my last video. This is just a little bit for fun, and not as much me predicting, but I'll absolutely take credit for them if they're right. If you haven't seen my original Daggerheart prediction video, there's a link to it below. Additional prediction 1. The majority of Daggerheart playtest releases and download updates will be on Tuesdays. This one is pretty simple, barely even justifiably called a prediction. Look at this. So, if you'd like to see playtest content as soon as it's available, check on Tuesdays. Additional prediction 2. Daggerheart's first supplement book will contain 5 new domains. This, admittedly, is very unlikely, especially compared to 1 or 3 new domains. For fun, I checked if they could balance it with each existing and new domain for 4 and then 5 new domains, ending up with 3 associated classes each. 4 didn't, but 5 did. But this would require the book to have 12 new classes, which is 3 more than the core book. But it's reaching a level of improbability that it's not worth it for me to check. If someone's bored enough to, let me know. Additional prediction 3. The classes that are in the void might be all we are getting for the first supplement book, but we'll be getting additional subclasses for existing classes. This one is much more likely, so much so that I feel like I should have included it in my previous video. Though there is no certainty that they would include a third subclass for each class, I made a chart of how many new subclasses that would need to be in the supplement according to how many new classes they might have. As you can see, the most reasonable number of new subclasses to add would be if there are only the 4 currently playtesting classes in the new supplement. But that's still 21, which is 3 more than the core book, but with fewer classes it more than balances out. As I write this, I just noticed something that fits, not with a prediction, but with a theory I've been working on. The number 9 in Daggerheart. 9 classes, 9 domains, 9 communities, 18 ancestries, each class has 6 subclass cards, and each domain has 21 domain cards, which aren't themselves multiples of 9, but if you add them all up, the total number of cards is. There might be more instances of the number 9, or multiples of, showing up in the book, and it might all just be a Mighty 9 reference joke. But what if we can use this to further determine the likelihood of my predictions? 1 second. Okay, I made another chart. To break it down, the top portion of the spreadsheet has the amounts of things in the core book and my theorized possible supplements that have cards and related things, while the bottom has how many cards each of those things have. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense. Just look at the last 2 rows. The total number of cards that each book would have, and that number divided by 9. As you can see, only the core book, a supplement with only the currently available playtest, and a supplement with the number of classes, ancestries, and communities equal to that of the core book have a number of cards that is a multiple of 9. Honestly, I've been leaning more towards the 2/3 book, which would have only 1 new domain as the most likely, but this could be an interesting indicator. Of course, there could just be 6 more cards than that in the 2/3 book, which would bring the total to 72, a multiple of 9. All this is speculation, of course, and I could still be way off. Anyways, what do you think? Does any of this sway what you think the next book will have? Have you noticed any other appearances of 9 or its multiples in the Daggerheart core book? Leave a comment. And also like and subscribe if you want to see more Daggerheart content. Until next time, have a great day. Bye!